Hello. This year, many people ask about Kriyat Megillah since the pandemic still goes on, and people want to know, can they be Yotzeh through an instrument like the Zoom app or any other app or other means? But the answer to that is that we can't be Yotzeh only by person. You have to hear the Megillah or read the Megillah from a Megillah Kshera in person. That goes for men and women alike, because women are also obligated in hearing the Megillah at night and in the day. And you can't be Yotzeh through any of those electronical instruments, and there's a few reasons for that. First of all, the hearing itself, according to many poskim, is not considered hearing it from the person that is reading from the Megillah. Rather, you have to hear straight from him when he's present, and you can't use any of those means. Even Chacham Ovadia wrote about such a thing when he was speaking about using microphone. He said microphone can't be used if you can't hear the Megillah without the microphone, and therefore over here also, let's say on the phone, since you can't hear the person reading without having the phone, therefore hearing it through the phone is not sufficient. Other poskim say that there's no reason at all that such a way should be in halacha acceptable. Rav Shlomo Zalman writes, and I wrote this in my sefer Shaf Veyativ, in Siman Bet, Tshuva Bet, I wrote about these things in length, and I bring Rav Shlomo Zalman, I bring Rav Eliashiv, I bring the Or L'Tzion, that disagree even to make minyanim in such a way that you have a minyan and other people are answering through phone or Zoom or other ways. They're answering amen. Even answering amen, according to many poskim, is not permitted. Even Chacham Ovadia, that may be said that it's fine to answer amen. Rabbi Yitzchak Yosef said it is, but we found it to be a big machloket, and we have a rule by amen, just like brachot, that safek amen la'akel, since there's a punishment for amen. The Gemara says in brachot mem zayin, kol ha'omnei amen yatoma hayu banav yatomim chas v'shalom. There's a punishment for it. Chacham Ovadia also taught us that amen has to be dealt as the bracha itself, and therefore, just like the bracha, you can't be Yotzeh in such a way, the amen you can't be Yotzeh in such a way for various things, because there's avodah zarah on the way. If you have somebody saying a bracha somewhere, and between you and him there is a church, avodah zarah, or something else, that interrupts the connection, spiritual connection, and so on and so forth. Regardless, the answer is to the question, can you hear the Megillah through those instruments? The answer is plainly no. You have to hear it in person. If a person feels that he doesn't want to take the risk, he should hire somebody to come to his house and read it with a distance, or he should read it himself. Buy yourself a Megillah Kshera and read it yourself from a Megillah Kshera. If you didn't know all the Ta'amim, that is fine. As long as you're reading it from the Megillah Kshera, you can read it for your household as well. Even if you didn't know all the Ta'amim, you are Yotzeh with such reading.